Ever wondered how to make a jaw-dropping highlight reel that can grab the attention of college and pro scouts? And did you know that a well-crafted highlight reel can either make or break a college athlete's chances of getting discovered? That is why I have prepared this tutorial for you, and at the end of this tutorial you'll be able to edit your own highlight reels. You know the importance, the do's and don'ts, what you have to add, what you should avoid, and every other important thing that comes with making a professional highlight reel. That definitely stands out. So to edit these kind of videos, you don't actually need a lot of experience, because you can basically use a simple editing software like CapCut. CapCut is an easy software anyone can use without much experience. So I'm going to teach you how to make sports highlight videos for yourself using CapCut. And if you don't have the CapCut software, I have attached the link in my description where you can download it for free. So let's move on. So basically, the things you are going to need is one picture of yourself in action. It's best to use a picture with your face on it or showing your face. The next thing you're going to need is your highlight video. Next thing you're going to need is either your circle or your arrow. It depends on which one you want to use. For this tutorial, we are going to be using the circle. And the last thing you're going to need is a background song. So tips for the background song: it shouldn't have words. If it has words, it should be calm words, no profound language or anything harsh. It should be a calm song. But the best thing to do is to use a background song without any words, just beat. And the beat shouldn't be anything too hard, something a bit light here and there. The first thing you want to do every time you are editing a highlight video is to import your sound first. That's the first thing you're going to do, import your sound first. So after you import your sound, next thing you're going to do is you first import the picture of you in action. Then you zoom in on that. Import the picture of you in action, zoom in on that. This is how I do mine, so you can just follow it the way I'm doing it. Next thing you're going to do is you crop it. So to crop it, you right click on the image, you go to edit, crop ratio. So to crop ratio, we want to crop the image ratio for it to be portrait, and then you put it on yourself. You move it to yourself because we want to show you. You confirm that and you move the image to, then you left align the image. So here I'm going to set our video ratio to 16 to 19. Yes, and you move it there like this. So mostly I don't like the black background at the back, so this is what I mostly do. I mostly just I right click on it as well to get this option. Sorry, you just have to left click, you don't have to right click, and you get this option here, and you go on to canvas, you scroll down to canvas, and you turn on blur. So to turn on blur, you select one of these. I mostly use this one or this. So for the tutorial, let's just go with the first one and you apply. So by default, the length of your image is 5 seconds, but then you can change it. You can choose to cut it to make it shorter or longer. It's your choice, but the best thing to do is you want your highlight video to be fast paced, meaning you do not want it to be very long, because you want to grab the attention of the one watching it immediately, and you want to make sure they watch everything. So you always have to make sure your highlight videos are not very long. They contain the vital and best parts of your plays, because the scouts or the person watching it might not watch the full video. So you always also want to bring your best clips at the beginning. Your best clips, the clips you think you played very well in, it's best you put them all at the beginning, and the rest of the clips will be behind. And don't also make it too long. All right, so zoom in and we'll cut the duration for this to 3 seconds. Zoom in to 3 seconds. Okay, perfect. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add an animation. We're going to add an animation to the picture. So it has an entry animation. So we're going to use slide right. Yes, that's all. It shouldn't be any complicated editing or anything. Highlight videos are very simple, so it's best you keep it simple. As if you make it complicated, it might go against you and you also want to make it as visible as possible. Right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our text, and this text is going to contain important elements like your name, your age, your nationality, your foot, whether you are left-footed or right-footed, your position, your height, and your weight. These are very important details coaches need in order to recruit players, because they might want a range of people or like specific details about them. So it's best you are honest and you put everything on there. So we are going to need your name, which is one thing. We're going to need your foot. We're going to need your age. We're going to need your height, your weight, your nationality. So we're going to use these ones. We're going to use these ones. And I have already added all the text, like the number of things we need. So, but it also, one more important thing, your email. Always include your email at the beginning of your highlights video, because you never know where it will end up. You sent it to one coach and then at the end it ended up with another coach and they want to contact you. Your email being at the beginning of the highlight reel can be that point of contact. They can use that email to contact you. Okay, so we're going to add one more for the email here, and then we'll set the font we want for it. So for me, I'm going to use lemon milk font because it's bold enough for me. That's the font I like using. So search for lemon milk. If you also want the link to that font, I have linked it in the description so you can check it out. Yes, lemon milk bold. So now you move all the text to this part, and then you also want to make everything visible as possible. So we are going to set a black stroke for all the text, and you can choose to use any color you want, but make sure your text is visible enough. So for me, I'm going to use a black stroke to make it visible enough, and then I'll move. I'm only going to keep the title text as a bold text. The rest of the text won't be bold. It will be a normal version, maybe a lighter version of it. And always move your email to the bottom. Move your email to the bottom and make the rest of the text smaller along with the email. Leave the title text. Yes, make the rest of the text smaller along with the email, and move the email to the bottom. So now we'll start by arranging our text one by one, and then we can start filling in the details. Alright, so now we are done arranging all the text. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the details with the appropriate things. So I'm going to speed up the video, and you can also fill up the information at your end. Instead of using your age, the best thing to do is use your date of birth, because your age can change every year. But when your date of birth is there, the coaches can calculate your current age themselves. So after you fill in the details, the ones that are very long, you will reduce it. The ones that are very long, to keep it short. Alright, so if you follow the editor at the end, you are going to have something like this, which is the beginning. So this is where your player info will be. As I said, you have to put your name, your date of birth, your nationality, your height, your foot, your weight, your email, and your position. We forgot the position. I'm going to add one more for the position. The position is very important. The position you play is very, very important. We're going to add one more for the position. We're going to put that right here. The arrangement doesn't matter. You can arrange them anyhow you want, but always make sure you have your name first. Your name first. You can choose to have your position, your foot, and your height, weight, and nationality last. The order doesn't matter, but always have your name first and your email last. I'm going to change this to position. Yes, and you don't want to fill up the whole place with your position, just the main part. So at the end we have something like this. Okay, moving on, this is where the video actually starts. At first, I like to add text animations to it so they appear appealing. So they are appealing. As I said, it should be raw, but it shouldn't be too raw that will make it boring to watch. So you can just add any form of text animation to it, and then something like this works. Good. So from here you have, this is where you import your video and everything, and we start working. Okay, so now you import your video, the video you want to use. We are not going to edit the full video because this is a tutorial, so I'm going to show you using about 3 to 5 clips how to do it, and then you should be able to do the rest yourself. So you just apply the same thing throughout the whole video. So first you extract the audio from the clip. You also have to get a pro version. You have to get a pro version because most of the features are now pro version, so you have to get a pro version before you be able to use it. So so I have attached the link in the description. You can download the CapCut easily and then do it, but you have to get the pro version because it's very important, so you'll be able to use it. So next you're going to do is, after you import the video in your timeline, you go to your video and look for where you come in or the part you want to add. So for this game I was wearing number 5 for the white team, so every time I see myself, like when I am about to get the ball, so like 3 seconds before I get the ball, I'll put the marker on me so they will see where I am and they will see my movement before I get the ball. So the movement is very important, so you always have to do 3 seconds before you receive the ball, and when you receive the ball, after you release it, you do about 2 to 3 seconds again to look at the movement. All right, so first I'm going to look for where you come in. I'll go on and look for where I come in. Okay, so after you find the part you come in, the part you want to use, next thing you're going to do is you are going to try and zoom in on yourself to where you are visible, and then you're going to use the feature, this feature freeze, to freeze that particular frame. So I have set a shortcut for it, which is 1, but for this tutorial I'm just going to use the location where it is. So you put the timeline bar exactly where you want to freeze, and you head on to freeze, which is right on top of the timeline, and you tap on it. So this is going to freeze the frame by 3 seconds. It's going to freeze the frame by 3 seconds, and that's the default one. So now what you're going to do is you're going to move either your arrow or your circle. I'll be using a circle. You're going to move it right on top of the frozen frame, and you're going to cut it, going to reduce the length of that to 1 second, exactly 1 second. So you're also going to reduce the length of the frame to 1 second. So you remove everything that comes after that frame, yes, like this. So at the end you're going to have the frame lasting 1 second and the circle also lasting 1 second. Now you're going to reduce the size of the circle and you put it on you, put it exactly on you. So I am here, so I'll put the circle on me, and then I'll show you how it looks like. So at the end it's going to look like this. Yes, exactly like this. So now you're going to do the same thing for the rest of the video. I will show it again 1 or 2 more times, and then you can take it from there and you'll be ready to make your own highlight video. So just apply the same things again. So I'm going to find another part where I come in again. Yeah, so after you select your first part and you do all this, after you select your first part and you do all this, you move to where you release the ball. I release the ball here, so I'll move to it and then I'll split it here. So you use the splitting tool, which is also up here, or you can use the shortcut Control Kill. So you split it up here, and now you have your first video. So this is my first video, from this marker to that marker. That's the first one, from this blue marker to the other blue marker. All right, so we'll look for another part where we come in again, just for demonstration's sake, and then you'll be able to take it from there. Okay, so I come in again at here, at this place. I'm not really visible, so I'm going to move the timeline bar till I'm visible. Unfortunately, I am visible where the ball came to me, so because of that, I'm going to move it a little back, so we get where the ball is not close to me. Perfect. Right here is good. So as you can see, I am right here. You're going to do the same thing again. First thing, move the timeline bar to where you want to freeze. You head on top of the timeline, click on freeze, you bring down your circle, or you can just copy your circle from here, the one we have already cropped the length. So you either copy this one and paste it here, or you move the one from your media files and bring it here, but you have to cut it again. So best thing is just copy and paste, and you use that length to reduce the length of the frozen frame, and by that you are going to use this tool right here, which is delete right. So delete right, or the shortcut W, it depends on what your shortcut is. So you delete right, and then you have this, and then you move the circle to where you appeared, which is right here, and then now you move the bar to after you release the ball. So I released the ball here, I assisted him, and he scored. So that's it. So at the end, we are going to have So at the end, if your video is looking something close to this, then you are good to go. Just apply the same thing to the rest of the videos. First thing you do, import a picture of you in action, crop it for it to be a portrait version, left align it, put your text there which contains your information. Next thing, you put in your background sound. It shouldn't be anything too harsh. Put in your background sound. Next thing, you insert your video. So you insert your video, you look for where you come in 3 seconds before you receive the ball. This can be used in any sport. 3 seconds before you receive the ball, you freeze the frame, you bring down your circle or your arrow marker to mark your player, reduce the length to 1 second, do same for the frozen frame, and then move to where after you receive the ball and you split it again. So you just apply the same thing throughout to the rest of your videos and you should be fine. This can be applied to any other form of sports: basketball, hockey, football, soccer, any kind of sport at all. So thanks for watching this tutorial. If you're able to do this, then good. If not, you can ask questions. I have the link for CapCut attached down in the description. You can download it for free. I have link to my Telegram editing community where you can ask questions, learn from other editors and stuff. You can ask us to rate your edit and all. I have link to the font. I used lemon milk also down in the description, and also the circle and the arrow. You can get them on Google, but you have to move the background, or you can just get a PNG version of it. So thanks for watching the tutorial. Once again, if there are any edits or any video editing style you want to learn at all, let me know in the comments and I'll make a tutorial for you. So that's it, and we are done. Subscribe, watch my other tutorials. See you next time.